Yo guys, what's up, man? I'm just gonna close this window. Just from big trucks and cars and stuff going by. Gonna wash up my jerseys here pretty soon. My Atlanta Falcons and my Philadelphia Flyers. I know the Flyers ain't that dirty. I just wore it for one day, one morning. Then I changed it. Kind of fussy about that shirt. I like my Flyers. Anyways, I got some true stories to tell you. Crazy days when I was a kid. Not a kid. When I was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 maybe. I don't know. I was a nut. Yes. And I wouldn't take nothing back if I could. And I'm just going to tell you some crazy stories. I can't tell every freaking story. I'd be here forever. You guys will have to get your bed and mattress and everything and put your tablet or your phone and you'll be right into it. All right. First of all, the family tree. I got a little bit of the family tree. We got pictures and everything from my... I had to write some of the stuff down because I have a bad memory. I took a bad car crash with me and my buddy. Me and my buddy Matt, we crashed real bad down by the tidal bore inn. We flipped the car. I can't count. I'm going to say 15 times, but how can you count when you're going all the way to the bottom of the hill? 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to play a beat. I typed in YouTube R&B beat. This is what they gave me. Okay, no commercials, so I'll wait for this commercial to go by, and I'll turn her up a little bit. There we go. Same one I play quite often, so I have to. It's YouTube Beats. I play Zakk Wylde, the Farewell Ballad. All right, going back to the day. Maybe I might cuss a little bit on this one. So maybe the young ones, if you have young ones in the room, turn the volume down or put your earpiece on. Or ask them to go in the room, turn the TV up full blast, put on car racing, or wrestling where they're hollering and screaming at each other for nothing, and their punches are this close while they're stomping their foot on the ground. I always thought it was real when I was a kid, until Killer Carl Croup ripped my picture in half. I asked him, cost him $2. Back then, that was $2 was a lot of money. That was pop, chips, and bubble gum. And if you're lucky, you might get 5 of those little strawberry soft ones. $2 was a lot of money way back in the day. I thought black and white pictures was black and white. So I thought everything was black and white back then. It wasn't like how it is, the color of right now. It must have been weird back then. Everything was black and white. I'm glad I grew up in modern day. Cameras they tell the truth. So I thought the truth was on those cameras, black and white. Sad but true. I don't know, we'll go with the story. Living up James Street was always a rush. JOLLYWOOD, geez, I had a bullet over a tattoo, over a cross necklace, and it hung down here. And I had engraved, it was a 357 Magnum bullet. And I was like 18. 19, and I took it down to the mall. Remember Sears was at the very end, and it was a thing they can engrave stuff into. Like I'd like to engrave my name and stuff into my dog tag. There's only one tag though, because that's supposed to be for in the mouth for soldiers back in the day. In the wartime, they would leave one in the mouth and take the other piece. And so when they find the remains, they would know who it is because the dog tag was on there. Anywho, alright, one time, probably 89, 88, I said, I'm going to go for a walk. Told the lady, the wife at the time. I said, well, I'm going to go for a walk, and me and my buddy's going to take a walk. And we go down, we had intentions, and they weren't good. So I'm telling you, get the kids out the room, because I don't want them having ideas or anything stupid. Because we were not drinking. They thought we were drinking, but we were on Wait a minute for a second till the kids get in the room. Hold tight. I'm going to hit pause. Alright. I think that's enough time for y'all parents to get the younger viewers. I know I got some younger viewers that check out my channel and stuff. Alright. I'm 51 years old. I would have been 19 back then. So, okay. 4. Did you just 2? 19 years old. 32 years ago. Okay, 32 years ago, I was 19 years old. Psh, I never thought I'd grow old, but actually, in a way, I'm lucky to even be here. I lived a rough go at her, man, that's for sure. Alright, we busted into this, okay, we were on these painkillers called Furanols. I got hooked to opiates at a young age. Well, I had a surgery on the side from the car accident. It squashed my guts. And the guts and my urethra and everything was all... So they had to cut 3 inches off each side and get rid of the squash part and sort of the bowel part, the lower bowel. Sewed that back together, but on the urethra, they had to put a plastic piece and solder it together. Holy shit, man. But it was, it worked. As I woke up in the hospital, I still had a little bit of pain. But I said, oh, this is from the surgery. No, it shouldn't be hurting. Not day 4. You're going to be here, hold on. We're going to take another scan. Because I was a monster back then. But I was a respectful, kind, got along with everybody, not a thief, I never did nothing like that. I got along with everybody. I was the first dude to have tattoos before tattoos were even cool. Like before they had tattoo shows and all this and that. Ink this and ink that. And then my buddies were artists, now they got tattoo shops. Deesh. I was the first guinea pig out there, man. Give me a sleeve. I said, what, you want to look like a lifer or a prison guy or whatever? Yeah, man, chuck it on there. So they did. They gave me this tattoo. It's like, holy man. I said, I liked it. Look. What they did is put this part here. It was a cover-up. That was a Playboy bunny. Right there. And then they put a flower over it. But if you look carefully enough, you can still see the Playboy bunny underneath. Oh, up here was just a flame... I don't know what that is. A flame skeleton head. This was supposed to be a native head with long hair hanging down. I don't know what that is. A headband over his face. The unicorn. Unicorn there. And in right here, I was going to put Yosemite Sam. Right in there. Yosemite Sam or Homer Simpson or somebody. Because Homer was around back then too. Even when I was 19, Homer was chilling. So yeah, man. Anyways, I got the tattoos, and I don't know why I chose to do this. Actually, you know, I'm looking over the years. Tattoos became a big thing. Still are. Well, that's that about that story. 32 years ago, me and my buddy got this prescription. I got myself hooked when I had the surgery from the car accident. After I had surgery, they gave me this medication. First, they were giving me shots in the hip. I sat there and blew cigarettos in this poor old lady's head, and I didn't even know. I was so medicated. Perfect dose, too, man. And they're bouncing off her. And I had a couple of visitors, and they kept on going, hit me in the arm, you know. Oh, stop doing that. Stop doing that. I said, man, you're busting cigarettos in that lady's face. Oh my God. Very embarrassed. Because I have respect for my elders. I always did. And it's just like, wow, man, what the... Why did I do that for? Well, off subject for a second. Cozumel. It's a little island off of Mexico, the coast of Mexico somewhere. I looked it up last night, checked it out, and I typed in Cosmo under maps, and it showed me exactly where it was. Alright, get back to the story here. 10 minutes. Well, one time, so we were on these Furinol 1/2 codeines. And I abused them, and so did my friend. We took a whole whack and we were like that. Busted into a gun store. We climbed over the fence, got over the razor wire and everything. And we were crawling through the wall, creeping through the wall, piece by piece. Finally, but there was bars. So I said, man, I got out one box, pulled it to the ground, pulled out a bunch of hammers. They were the hammers, that part. Then I read another box on the other side, brought it to the ground. And we had a friggin' good hockey bag or a baseball bag, whatever. It was zipped up pretty cool. 1 second. And I changed me hat today. Changed me hat. Alright, so we got that all happening. Everything was going mighty fine, you know. We filled that bag up. Next thing you know, we got the stock. Chuck that in there. Found all the little pieces. I don't know, whatever it was. I didn't know nothing about how to put a gun together. These long rifles for hunting. Drop a moose and stuff. So we had about 23 of them in this bag. Next thing you know, man, the whole time, I didn't know the old man that owned this gun shop had a gun on my head the whole time. I'm so sorry for that too, guys. I felt so bad when I came around because I was on medication. Really messed me up. I was addicted for years and years and years and years. Well, not years and years and years and years and years and years and years, just years and years and years. And I got off when I lost my homie. He wasn't with me that night. It was another friend of mine. But an acquaintance. You know how it is. So anyways, we go to court. So we're up in court and everything. I got the family tree. I'll get on that too. So we're up in court. We're sitting there. There's three judges. Oh, I better finish the story by the gun shop. Okay, we're getting through there. We climbed over the fence, threw the bag over with all the stuff in it. Didn't have a damn clue what we had. Like, let's go. Next thing you know, on top of the hill, we see lights. No sirens, so they were creeping. They were creeping up on me, that's for sure. So, this is a one-take video, guys. All right, we got over there. I was like, man, what do we do now? He's like, cops are right there, bro. The cops are right there, bro. Let's go. Let's peace out that way. And I wasn't one of those kids that was really bad. I was really a good kid. Oh my God. And we gotta I got used to wearing that hat. Now I gotta put it back on. So anyways, I could hear them. There they are down there. And we see flashlights coming around us. We're ducking. The bag is right here. My buddy grabs the bag and he starts running. And we go over this track down towards like a brook. And actually, you know, the brook was up to here. He jumped in, went across it. He left the bag behind. He fucked this. He said, drop this. Excuse my language, Dan. That's what I said. Take the kids in the room. So, man, I'm like, oh, man. So, like, I looked, and I'm right at the edge of the water. I can see them, and they're all talking. They're, wait, no, let's go take a look. And then I heard them make a command. It was towards the dog. The dog, you know, I couldn't tell what they were saying because we were kind of far away. Not right far, but still. And I was in panic mode, freaking right out. Fearing also makes your eyes heavy. Put me on the nod. 19 years old and stupid. Because I should have ran through that water and get that scent of me off because I was all over that building. They had the dog in there smelling out the building. Not the whole time that old man had a rifle right on my fucking head. I could have got shot that night, killed. Lucky to be here, for real, man. Anyways, we land up in court. The dog caught me. I wouldn't go into the water. I said, nah, I'm not going through the water. So I hid behind a tree. Didn't I get chomped? He bit a big chunk out of me. Cuffed in the back. 2 officers. And the other officer said, okay, lift him up. 1 second. Told Sergeant Ben, "Meh, get him. Meh." Man, oh man, I took some bites that time. I got one here, look, lump still comes up even. Just from that instant, right here, right there. He bit into my arm, ouch. Pulled my arm away, bit me up here somewheres. Then I got bit on the side here, in the back. Then the fucking police officer pushed me back on my stomach with my handcuffs behind my back. Boom! No word of a lie. And I'm like, ah, ouch! And I was hurting from those 3 bites. And then next thing you know, I felt a boot right on my face. Holding me down with his boots. Big old, like, boots like these. I'll show you. Like this. Like, man, but here, like, probably like, you know, professional police boots. I don't know what professional police boots look like or what they do. But anyways, it holds you down. Especially when the cuffs are behind your back and tight. Because he lifted me up with the handcuffs on. Didn't put that where they wouldn't tighten. They tightened all right. Oh, ow, ow, ow. 2 police officers started arguing. One cop come run over and pushed the other cop right on his ass. Get the fuck, what are you doing, man? By then, I was already bit on both ass cheeks. On the ankle, I got the scar. I'll show you. It's a fucking deadly one, man. Excuse me, I hate to say excuse me, but I have to. But it makes the story easier to tell. It's where's right on around Dad. It's a deep one too. Right there. Goes even down more. I'm not showing you my ass cheeks though. You can't see those today. I don't need single women fainting. Oh. So I'm not showing the ass cheek scars. But I got some on the side, love handles, and all this and that. So we were in court. The judges were all this and this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I was really happy that cop pushed that other guy down. Riggs. Call him Riggs. He got bad karma. I'll tell you in a minute. Well, anyways, we're in court. Mr. Paul, blah, 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 and we're back and forth. I can't remember barely anything in court. It was so long ago. Next thing you know, the 3 judges go in the back. This was Supreme Court. I was suing them. That was hurt. I was post-traumatic stress. PTSD. Post-traumatic street syndrome. I had that big time. Because I was living rough and rugged, man, on JOLLYWOOD. JOLLYWOOD GLLP. That was on my bullet on my necklace. They kept that into evidence because I was wearing it during the time. I don't know how that's going to get... Oh, I'm going to put it into a gun that's not put together and use it. Yeah, right. Come on, man. I said it was just a barrel. And there's little things. I didn't know how to do that anyway. There was just... pull them out. Oh, yeah. Put it in a bag. I said, somebody must know how to put these together. So I thought I had a whole bunch of guns, right? And that's when I got chewed up. Anyways, back to the court. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Chief Lawrence Paul was the character witness. God rest his soul, man, because he friggin' was pissed off, and he told him that wasn't right what you guys did. You overdid it. You guys held him down with your boot on his head. I didn't get a boot in the side. Kick. I didn't even think about that. It's just, you know, when you're in panic mode, everything's going on, a kick in the side ain't jack shit when everything else is going right crazy. Home, you got to wade through the water. He didn't take the bag, though. He should have took the bag. But I'm kind of glad he didn't because it helped my case on my sentencing. Kind of. The sentence, the judges come out of the back panel. They said, okay, we come up with a decision there. Mr. Paul, stand up. Scared little puppy dog. That's what I was back then. You know, but they seen, okay, one night when I was drinking, that's when I got all these tattoos. I made it. I said, come on, man, don't stop. I was scared if he left, he'd never come back, so it would be a half-done tattoo. So I hit 17 hours, man, making the bricks and everything. So anyways, I'm like, man, So anyways, we go up. They call this Lloyd, stand up. Constable Riggs, stand up. That's not his name, it's similar to it, right? And he said, why did you do that? I gave him a good lecture, actually. I was gloating in my cause it wasn't right. It wasn't humanly nice to another person. Yes, I had a pass. I had a bad pass when I was young. After losing my dad, I kind of went, one was going this way and the other one was going that way. I was spinning. You know, the mouse running on his wheel? It was running on his wheel, all right, full blast. Right fast, just trying to think about anything and everything. And he said, no, don't worry, I'll come up with a decision. And he gave that officer such a lecture. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm gonna get something. I don't know. I don't know nothing about suing people and all this and that. I had no clue. I didn't even know the year. It was 89? 90? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. He come out. And then he goes, Mr. Paul, you shouldn't have been trying to break in a gun store. What's wrong with you? And gave me a lecture too, you know, gave us both a lecture. Gave the police officer a deadlier lecture. He gave him, flames were almost coming out of his mouth, just about. The judge in the middle. All three judges, and I didn't know which one to look at. I'll take door number one. What's his friggin' decision on this case? Next thing you know, in this case, we're gonna give the case 51% to 49% in favor of Constable Riggs and the dog. I was 49% and Mr. Paul 49%. So, Mr. Riggs, you're off. You're free to go. But before we go, blah 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 blah. I think he was fired by the judge or told. I don't know. I really don't. I was in the paper the next day and I had media over and all this other stuff. Cops put a good old beating on me. 51-49, that's basically telling you it's 50-50. It's even Steven, man. Oh, wait, that Indian guy was right out of her. He had his hat on backwards, and he was, no. And this guy's been a police officer for so many years, so we'll just, and I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying what happened that night. Way long time ago. Many moons ago. Probably 20 hurricanes back, in this area anyway. It's like, holy smackers. So anyways, he got off. And I got nothing. I was told to go home and I was put on probation for breaking into a gun store. Or not breaking in, just kind of almost broke in. My arm got in, got some barrels and stuff like that. But I was on probation for a little bit. Anywho, man, it was just a bunch of BS, man. I still got scars all over me. I just told them, take me back to my cell, let me rest. I'm so sore. They had to take me to the hospital. I had stayed in the hospital for a while because they were worried about the infection on the ankle. That had a hole that big, that deep. I was scared because this was in the bushes, in the woods, when they could have took care of me, took me off the shelf and got rid of me. But, thank God that one officer, there was one straight officer. I don't know who else was there. I don't know the other police officers, nothing. I couldn't remember nothing. I was highly medicated, abusing medication. And it was a sad situation for this to go down like that. And for a 51-49 case in favor of the officer, it's basically telling you something right there. That was saying, sorry. They're probably giggling all amongst themselves. But anyway, whatever. They were passing this paper back and forth to each other. I bet you they were playing hangman. Because I seen them every once in a while slide it back to the other guy. Slide it over to the other judge and slide it back. I'm like, what? What are they doing? Playing hangman? X's and O's? Telling each other jokes? Oh, man. So I went to jail. I ended up spending a couple of days and I got sent home on house arrest. I said, I should be off. I said, this guy took advantage, and I was highly medicated, where the point I barely remembered. Anywho, back to another story. Well, I remember living up James Street. It was really crazy, man. Really, it was rough. Okay, back in the 80s, we started off with rap. The Message came out. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder what keeps me from going under. And I can relate to that. And then we hit the 80s. We got Glass Tiger, The Cars. Who's gonna take you home tonight? Then we had Phil Collins, Genesis, I think it was. In the air tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Like, man, I used to glad I had the boombox with a bunch of batteries and extra batteries in case it ran out. I was lugging a big old box of beer back in the woods, just as kids, teenagers, 17 years old and stuff. Madonna was singing. All the guys loved her. I was like, yeah, I could see. But she was only young, posing around on the boat. So be careful, you're going to fall over. There could be sharks in that water. But she was dancing around. I can't remember the song. I wasn't a big Madonna fan. I was into the rap. First started out with The Message, and then what was the other one called? I can't remember it. Thinking too much, too fast, because I'm looking at the time. Oh, Phil Collins and Tina Turner, and I think it was 1984 because of my aunt. It was her favorite song. Favorite song was Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Only reason I remember that line is because we heard it yesterday on the radio station on the highway. Yesterday, the day before yesterday. But yeah, I liked rap. I got married. I was 1920. I had 3 kids, and we stayed together for a while. Then I ended up having another child after me and her parted ways. Years later, I had another child in Cape Breton, and he's teaching me how to learn Micmac. Oh, yes. Love you all 4 of y'all. 3 boys, 1 girl. Oh, man, I wrote some stuff down of things I remember. I was babysitting. I was sober and everything. I wasn't always messed up. It was just that time. I was wanting to spit that story up. Crazy days. DAZE. Crazy days in Jollywood. In the 80s. 80s and 90s. So next you know, I was like, man, there's a lot of hornets around. Oh, geez. Kill 1 more. I got stung in the arm once. Oh, gee. What the... Little bastards, man. Excuse my language, man. But I'm like, what the heck is going on? I said, the hornets are everywhere. And I was babysitting Jason and Godfrey Maloney, my little first cousins that my Aunt Deb had. And they had to go town shopping or something. And we were watching them. I don't know if they spent the night that night or what, because we weren't partying or nothing. Like everyone else said, oh, look at him. Look the way he dresses. He parties all the time. You can tell he's already drunk. He's drunk all the time. Yeah, man. You can just look at him. Wearing his hat backwards. Wearing trucker boots and everything. Winter's real like, not me, man. No sir way. I wouldn't do that. Not babysitting my little nephews or my cousins. I considered them nephews at the time because I was a young adult. Like 19 or 20 at the time. So anyways, I'm wondering where all these hornets are coming from. Probably a week before that, our cat went missing. Our cat was killed. I don't know, man. Maybe a coyote or something. We didn't live far in the woods. I also heard a kid held the back legs and smashed them up against a tree. I don't know if that's true, so that's why I didn't stick with that. I think it was a coyote. Something like that. But anyways... sorry about that. I don't want to, like, cat lovers or stuff like that. But then them young guys went back and said, what's that stink? So they went back to see what the stink was. I said, be careful, man. Oh my God. The cat is back here. Oh, he's dead. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my God, man. It's just, I'll get it. You guys come out back. Don't stare at it. Get out of there. I didn't want them having that thought in their head. Just when I was like, they were coming out of the woods, and Godfrey was in front of Jason, and they were coming out of the bushes, woods, and then in the bushes into the backyard. And next thing you know, he stepped on a hornet's nest. And the hornet's nest was on the ground, so he stepped right on top of it. Oh, they start screaming, hollering, and running. They come running up towards us. Hornets chasing them. So yeah, I got stung a couple more times. I don't know if anybody else got stung. Can't remember. Stung? I can't remember. Ah, man, it was... Anyways, poor Godfrey was stung all over, head to toe. Jason too. And he had his eye was swelled out really bad. And oh, it was just a situation. I was like, oh, poor fella. But anyhow, thanks for finding the cat. At least we were looking for him every day, walking up and down the road and everything. I think the coyotes or something, a wild animal must have got him. Couldn't have been a cat fight. No, he was tore up pretty good. But, not pretty good, I mean pretty bad. Oh, man. And this kid that came over that we thought that might have injured the kid. I said, hey, man. I said, oh, there's that kid. I said, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to play my music. I had that boombox, Panasonic, real loud, playing Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. And, you know that song, No More Tears, but Ozzy. So I'm blasting it. I was an Ozzy freak back when I was 19, 20. Still am, actually. I like Ozzy. Poor fella's old up, getting up there now. He was one of the inventors of heavy metal, definitely, 100%. And I definitely tried to name my son Ozzy, ask my family members, and ask the mother of my oldest and my third oldest. I was going to name him Ozzy. Or something catchy like that. And, no, you're not naming him Ozzy. And then this story, my father is Lloyd Patrick Paul, and he was the first of 9 kids, the firstborn. So where my father was the firstborn, I was the firstborn of me and Luke, which is 2 of us. And then the other one there, little Lloyd, the other one, jeez. I got caught up looking at this picture. Somebody sent me a message. I said, one sec. Started trying to read it. But Lloyd is the oldest of 4. And he's the oldest. So there's Lloyd Paul 1, the oldest, firstborn child. Me, I'm the firstborn child. And little Lloyd, firstborn. Isn't that pretty catchy? So I hope, Lloyd, if you ever have a child, and the firstborn is a boy, we'll have Lloyd the 4, the firstborns. Yeah, the firstborns. Much love to all my peeps. Thanks for tuning in and listening to my crazy story. I mean, James Street, I could tell you all kinds of stuff. Like, I mean, just foolishness, craziness was scary. I had post-traumatic street syndrome. Yes, I did. Thanks for tuning in. Hope I didn't say too much. Have a great day. YouTube love. I love y'all. Peace out. Like, subscribe, and join my channel and the family. Everybody who wants to be in there, you hit a comment in the comment box. And you guys will all know. And put it in the corner, in the brackets, YT. It means you're a YouTuber. And then say, hey man, add that guy. Like 7.5 Marshall. Games, comics, and all kinds of illness. Lewis Watson Vlogs. Heather K. We got a team. Blake Francis. There's a lot of us. There's that guy. And if I miss anybody, I apologize. Jeep and John. Like, I know a lot of people on there. Wilma Nakazaru. Some are the ones that I remember, right? Because I gotta go to their channels. Oh, I got a paper about the family tree. So my mom found some pictures. She's 70 years old, and she's never seen these pictures, and I'm not allowed to. She said no sharing them on the computer or the phone or nothing like that. She's going to show her sisters, because they were cleaning up my grandmother's basement, who passed away on Saturday. Will be 1 year. Rest in peace, Grandma. I love you. Miss you so much. I'm going to be sober now 3 weeks. I'll be at 3 weeks and 3 weeks and 4 days. So that'll be 25 days. Okay, on Mom's side, my mother's side of the family, she found a picture. Her dad passed away in a car accident in 1954. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't need music. That ain't show respect there, man. I'll take my hat off too with my messy hair. No, I can't. There. Look more civilized. Civilized, I said. I said civilized. Mama's dad's side of the family. Okay, there was Mary, Julian, Veronic. Because my mom wrote the stuff down too, right? And it's got a bunch of pictures of the funeral and all that. Her dad was the second oldest, I believe. We're not sure. Like, she was trying to figure out who was the third and fourth oldest and all that. Was kind of hard to remember. There was Frank Julian from. She had to spell it in the hardest way. Pakanekek from Julian. One from Budledek? Budledek, gotta be. Okay, that would be Budledek. Would be Budledek? PAQTN/KEK? I'm not sure. Then there was Joe Julian. That would be Uncle Joe Siegel. And Frank Julian was before him. We don't know who was older between Joe Julian, my Uncle Peter Julian. He's the one the hockey tournaments are named after him and his wife, Peter and Mary Julian hockey tournaments for years and years and years down Brookfield. Wow! This year, I don't know what's going on. I don't think so because of the COVID going on. And we like to show up in big crowds because it's good watching some competitive native tournaments, right? Then there was John Julian. That would be Uncle JJ. Then there was Teresa Julian Lewis, PEI. The only living auntie from Dad's side, Dad Eddie Julian, Thomas Edward Julian. His name was Thomas Edward Julian, but he went by Edward. The only living auntie on Dad's side was Teresa Lewis. She must have been married. Because she would have been Teresa Julian. Oh yeah, that's right there. Teresa Julian Lewis, PEI. Lennox Island, PEI. From the reservation, Lennox Island. Hi, Teresa. Aunt Teresa. I'm not sure if we met. I'm pretty sure we did. I met all my family. You seen the picture of Grandma, 104th birthday. I wonder if I have it on me. If I did, I'll show you real quick. But anywho, can't remember the dates and Uncle's deaths and births and all that stuff. The death of Aunt Mary's. My grandmother Genevieve Rose Knockwood, married my Thomas Edward Julian, and had 4 kids. 5 kids. One passed away in '84, my Aunt Rose. We miss you very much, Aunt Rose. I love you too. Love you in heaven. I remember another time I'm going to bring up something else, back to the KRAZY days. It's good to know the family tree. I'm going to go down with that and find some photographs. I'm sorry the video's so long, but it's worth it. I remember, okay, one time we were in a police cruiser, cruising around. And the guy was mumbling, Lloyd, what? And I'm in handcuffs like this. And Talk is going to the tank just for the night. And they're going to let me out at 7 in the morning. Huh? Couldn't hear him. Mumbling. And he had radio on and everything. So I'm going to jail for the night. I accepted it. Whatever. It's already 3 in the morning. It's only going to be 3 or 4 hours. I'll be out of here. So I'm going, I can't hear you, man. So I leaned up in the glass, you know, the glass between the police officers in the back seat. And I got up right close. Slammed the brakes on. Hit my face into that glass. And he giggled. Oh. I end up half giggling. And mother. I was mad. Handcuffed like that, and then I'm kissing the freaking glass like that. So anyways, you guys all take care. This is LL77 in the house. I got to get going. Peace out. I'm going to jam some tunes. 40 minutes of love. And crazy stories. I got all kinds of crazy stories, but I'm just going to stick to that one for now, and I'm going to get back to my humor. And yes, I am. I'm going to get back to the humor. Because I'm just like that. Y'all take care. LL77. Lloyd Levi Paul. That's where I get LL from. Lloyd Levi. And I got LL. EL. Peace. I'm out.